Today I'm going to talk about gathering lace and sewing the gathered lace to entredeux. This is a piece of French lace, and you see on, this is a lace edging, so an edging will have the scalloped bottom and then a header on the top. And a header is this thicker line of threads that basically holds the lace together at the top. So to gather this lace, instead of running a thread like you would on fabric, you are going to use these header threads to gather it. So the header threads will basically be your gathering threads. I like to take a straight pin and just separate out those header threads at the end of the lace there. And then just grab, they're tiny so it's kind of hard, but grab a few of them together. If you grab just one together, it doesn't lay quite as flat. So I like to try to grab a few of them together. So I think I've got about 3 threads there. And I will just gently pull those threads and just gather up the lace to whatever length that you need it. Some laces are easier to gather than others. This one actually seems pretty easy. But you're just going to keep pulling the header threads and then gently gathering up your lace. So I've gathered up my lace, and you can just kind of even out your gather so it's equally gathered all the way across. I also like to gently press just the header of the lace. That kind of helps to keep it from curling so much, because once you gather it, it starts curling and then it's hard to work with. So I do just gently iron just right on the header to keep it flat. Then I have my strip of entredeux here. It'll come with fabric on either side of the hem stitching. When I sew my lace to this entredeux, I want to sew it, I'll butt up the lace directly to the entredeux. So I have to trim off the fabric right up next to the entredeux. We'll use a zigzag stitch, which is stitch 9 here, and I'm going to do my width to a 2 and my length to a 1.1. You can test out on your machine to see what settings work best for you. You want the needle to go into the entredeux holes and into the lace header. You want to hit as many entredeux holes as possible. So find the setting that will hit as many entredeux holes as you can. With my machine, it's 1.1. Yours may be 1, it may be 1.5. You're just gonna have to practice and see what works best for your machine. All right, when I'm sewing together the lace to entredeux, I like to use my S foot. This is a Janome foot. It has a guide right down the center, and that just helps to keep the entredeux right here on this side and the lace right here on this side. I always like to have my entredeux on the left side. Okay, I like to go ahead and drop my needle into my entredeux to hold it into place. Then I will take my gathered lace and slide it up on the other side of that guide right next to the entredeux. And you can kind of hold these threads from the header that you use to pull to kind of straighten it out and keep it in place as well. And I'll get started. You just want to make sure that your needle is going into the entredeux and into the header of the lace. Now, as you go along, your foot may want to flatten your lace out. So every once in a while with my needle down, I'll stop and use a little stiletto or whatever you might have on hand to push up those gathers so that they don't flatten out as you sew. You'll see here, like it'll, I don't know if you can see actually, but it will push the lace down like that, and you don't want to catch that lace down here because that doesn't look as nice. So I'll push, rub my foot, and then just push out those gathers and keep going. So here is our gathered lace to entredeux, which would be perfect for like the bottom of a sleeve or around a neck or something like that.